Hello and good morning to you. Okay, today's the day I'm going to try and do my hair. So all of my followers and the people who love me. I hope there's people out there who love me. I hope. I'm going to try it. So unconditional love means you love me with black hair, red hair. You love my eyes. Oh yeah. If I accidentally go bald, say no. And you're like, the silver. Let's hope the silver works. Now, what a thing to experience, isn't it? What a thing. You wonder what I'm watching. I'm watching a movie called Joe. It was reproduced a few years back from the original Joe that was produced after Godzilla in the 40s, in the 30s, 40s. Anyway, I was watching this, and as all you know, I'm a Fosse fan, and I don't believe in anybody touching a lowland gorilla or gorilla of any kind. They're very human in action and in feeling and in love. They, I have not personally gone and watched them, but I've watched so much National Geographic and read so many books about them. Lowland gorilla is probably one of my most favorite of mammals there are. Before Nadiri was born, which is at Woodland Park Zoo, I was around for that. And Nadiri's mom was very, very pregnant. And I went and I sat by the window, and they have a beautiful exhibit for these lowlands. It's lowland land, no cages, and it's actually better for them. In the meantime, you can watch through glass, how they act and all that. And of course, they've been around people and they interact. So anyway, she saw me again. It was like the 80th time. I don't know. I've been watching her pregnancy. So I was sitting there and I was just taking notes, and drawing and writing. Write different things that I write. And so anyway, she came over to the window and knocked on it. And I knocked back. And I said, "Hi, honey, how you feeling?" And she's pregnant. And I've been pregnant before, and she's in her last trimester. She lays down and rubs her tummy. That's what I used to do. And I sat there and I just talked to her. I said, "It'll be over soon. You're tired, huh?" She looked at me. She touched the window again. Anyway, she gave birth, and she did quite a good job. To Nadiri. Nadiri now is about 7 or 8 years old. And she gave birth to a little baby. And of course, the zoos trade them, which I don't believe in either. They should stay with their families, The old silverbacks are stunning, stunning male, and they have their wives. They have about 3 or 4. And I noticed something that was really interesting. The girls needed a break. If you watched Baby Gorilla, you would see how similar they are to our 1 and 2-year-olds. And they're tiny. and they're different ages, So anyway, they are just hanging on to her leg, their mother's neck. They're just driving them for coffee break. I think it was a berry break, but that's okay. So anyway, this big silverback is sitting there grumbling about something. He just likes to be left alone. Mating's one thing, but he doesn't like to babysit. But anyway, he babysat. They all went and they sat around him, hung on his neck. He swatted a couple times, go away. And he'd sit one on his lap. And, and one of them, I think he was about 2, was grooming him. Like, oh, cute. A very, very child. And I just watched this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful animal. So human-like. To me, it should be murder if one is caught. It should be a form of kidnapping. They should not be taken out of their element. And if you kill one, in my opinion, it's murder. I've watched them. I've learned a lot about them. They do communicate. They just can't speak the word English, but they do communicate. And when they're angry, they're angry. And I've been angry before, and I guess I've let out a belt. So, quite loud. But anyway, so he sat there, and he was playing with about, I think, 3 or 4 of them. And like I said, they were different ages. And one brought him a flower. And he took it and he smelled it. Here he is smelling this flower. And he reached over and he went like this to his little head. It was like, thank you. And I watched that. It was endearing. So anyway, the girls came back from their coffee break. I don't know if they have a monkey Starbucks or not a monkey, they're a primate. And so here they are. And so adorable. And all the babies just go swamping towards these moms. And of course they hang on. And mom, loves them. They'll hold on and they'll love. Better mother than I ever was. But another interesting primate is, of course, the orang. Them and their gunny sacks, I swear. My dog likes to sleep under a blanket. I'm not comparing an orang to a dog, okay? Let's make this clear. But here's this orang, and they're very, very smart. During the making of their new habitat, which is another stunner, it's good for them. It's got trees and places with lots of gunny sacks. Babies especially hide under them. Mom will too if she needs a break. I wish I had a gunny sack. But anyway, so one had been watching these workers as they were making this new habitat, taking a screwdriver and unscrewing, and then screwing it back in and making this wall. And the official came back the next day, the workman did, and it had been unscrewed. We did a count, and everybody was there. They're orangutans. You don't want them loose in the neighborhood because, for one, they probably get into everything. And they are strong. And I'm sure if they felt threatened in any way, they would protect themselves just like people would. So anyway, he had to put a camera up because he couldn't figure out what was going on. This orang was getting out every evening, not letting any of the orangutans out, and he was going around the zoo. He was visiting, just looking around. I wish he would have been able to write a journal. Anyway, they had to orangutan-proof the wall and take away all screwdrivers and tools. They're quite capable of using tools. They know how to use tools. They make their own tools in the wild. So does the lowland. They know how to make hammers and things, make things screw together. They're very intelligent, and so he went to go unscrew his domain. He was going out on the town again, and he couldn't get out. And he kicked that wall. He had to hurt his foot because he had to check it to make sure. But the love he had just to get out and look around. That's all he was doing. I think he visited the giraffes a couple times. And he visited the lions. He didn't get into their habitat, thank God. But this animal was so wonderful and great. It's murder. It's murder. So if you have any money you'd like to donate to this cause to stop butchering these animals, they are on reserves that are to protect them, but the poachers still get in, and they need money to keep people on the premise to watch these beautiful, beautiful primates. And it's well worth it. It's so worth it. We can study them, but I don't think we should ever capture them. They're very good in their habitat. The same for chimpanzees. Chimpanzees has the closest DNA to being human. They have human DNA. Something to think about. And a chimpanzee will rip your face off. A gorilla can just crush you. Orangutan can smack you and knock you clear across the room. But a chimpanzee is so intelligent, they know how to premeditate murder. Understatement of a gorgeous, gorgeous animal. Anyway, we'll see how this animal does. I'm sure they'd like to watch. Close their eyes. So, anyway, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later about the chimpanzee. Thank you.